Nice. What's up YouTube, Vic here. Today I'm in a 2020 Dodge Challenger, and in this episode of Vic's Vehicles, I'm going to show you how to hardwire a radar detector into your rear view mirror. This particular Dodge Challenger is a scat pack, and you know what that means, we're going extra fast. So you want a radar detector for sure, and you want to mount it in the most secure possible location. So we're gonna not do traditional visor clip mount. That's pretty annoying, and you can't really use your sun visor. And we don't want to use suction cups and mount it to the windshield. That can fall off if the suction cups don't grip well. So what we're gonna do is use a blend mount and mount it to the rear view mirror. So let's go ahead and start disassembling this housing so we can insert our mirror tap, get our power connections ready, and then mount the blend mount. So we have our plastic pry tool. You don't want to use a metal screwdriver, you might risk damaging your plastic housing. So this housing for this particular car is in two pieces. Dodge has a couple versions of this housing depending on which year or model you have, Charger versus Challenger. This one's a 2020. So yeah, we're just gonna take our pry tool and then start from the top, and it should pop out. So you can see it's already loose. Just go carefully around the edges and let's get that loose. Oh. And yeah, so this piece comes out pretty easily. Just a little bit of prying, and then we'll just take it out. So now we're gonna remove this back piece, and yeah, let's go ahead and try to loosen that and pull it down. On second thought, you don't even need to remove this if you have this particular housing. This harness right here clipped into that outlet right there. So if you just plug in the harness, it pops right out, and you'll have easy access to insert your mirror tap here. Here we have our mirror taps, and we'll start with the smallest one and just go from there. So all we're going to do is just insert this flat end into the harness. Alright, so I got the black ground in. It just slipped right in, so easy. See if I can just do this one-handed. I'll show you. Just kind of insert it in the top, then push down. Let me just quickly use my other hand to secure it. Okay, so I got the two taps in. Very easy to do. The small ones work for me first. I don't see how the big ones would even fit in there. The small ones just fit. So let's go ahead and test this connection out. Alright guys, so I have the black lead on my multimeter hooked up to the black wire on the mirror tap, and when I touch my red lead to the other mirror tap wire, we should see the voltage go up. So the car is in the on position, and you can see we're getting current. And then when I let go of the lead, voltage drops to 0. So let's just turn the car off and verify that we don't have any power. Okay, car is now off. Let's test again. Yep, no voltage. So that's good news. So we're only getting power to that wire once we have the car in the on position. Let's test the accessory position. So it's just one click on the start button, and yep, so we also have power and accessory, so that's good. So the wires that worked are, the middle black one is your ground, at least in this car, and then you have two other ones, a red one and a pink one with a blue purplish stripe. So that pink one you can see is what I used to tap the power, and that one is what gives you the juice on your accessory and on positions, and no juice when you're off. Exactly what we want. Next, we're just going to connect our phone jack looking thing to the mirror tap leads, and that's pretty simple. It only goes on one way. You have one pin side and one threaded side, so just connect red to red, black to black, and you're good. Okay, so my particular detector is a Valentine One, and I just have it propped up here so we can test it. So the car is off. I'll hit the accessory switch once and we'll see it turn on. Nice. Now we'll hit it one more time to go on. So you can see the car is on and we still got power. Now let me turn the car off and you can see our detector is off. Perfect. Now we'll just attach the blend mount to the stem here and then we should be all set. So here is our blend mount. Initially, I was very hesitant to actually buy this. It was close to $100, but once you actually hold it, you know, it's a very sturdy piece of metal, and I don't think there's too many other products out there that will provide the same mounting solution and be, you know, this pleasant to look at and feel and touch. But yeah, it has a lot of adjustability. It's a very nice piece of metal, $100 piece of metal, but it'll get the job done. But first, we need to mount up our Valentine suction cup mount. So what we'll do is just take off the suction cups and then screw it into the base plate here. So that way, basically, you'll retain the stock Valentine mount. So it's a bit of a tight fit in there, but what I did is you just kind of get the nut started, hold it, and then use the provided Allen key to just tighten it. And then because it has that lock nut and it's going to just tighten itself against the plastic, and once you get it started, you don't need to slip a wrench in there or anything. It's going to self-tighten. So yeah, just hand tighten it. You don't want to go too tight. This is plastic, remember. Sorry, this is plastic and that's metal. So just go easy. And so one is done, and let's get the other one finished. So there's two provided Allen wrenches. The fat one or bigger one is just used for securing these two bolts, and then the smaller wrench will be used to tighten the rest of the adjustments. Alright guys, so there you have it. It's fully mounted and it's adjusted and it's looking good. So one thing I did have to do was I took out the center link here. It comes pre-installed, but when I had that in, you know, the radar just mounted too low. The gap between the mirror and the radar was too much. So I took out the center link and then I got it in this position here. And then so I tightened everything, got the angle good, so it's pointed correctly, straight. And then, so once all of that is done, all you gotta do is just tighten the final top one right here, and you're all set. So once it's fully tightened, it's pretty rock solid. There is zero shake at all. This is so sturdy. Any shake is coming from the way the radar mounts to the plastic piece, but the actual metal blend mount, yeah, that is like a piece of rock. So solid. So yeah, I definitely like the blend mount. It's honestly such a clean and easy solution, and it has the radar mounted in an optimal location to pick up those radar frequencies. It just looks good. Feels like a heavy duty professional piece of equipment. And then you can see the only wire you have is a nicely braided one coming from your mirror, and you know, when you're not using it, you can just tuck it back in there and then pull it out when you are. But yeah, this is good. Quick, easy access for your muting functions. And I gotta say, I definitely recommend the blend mount and the MirrorTap kit. It's a little pricey, but you only gotta pay for it once, and if you're keeping your car for a long time, I would just bite the bullet and do it. I definitely like the product. So this has been another Vix Vehicles production. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so I can produce more how-to videos and show you guys how to do nice, cheap, effective mods that are definitely worthwhile. And stay tuned, I got a lot more videos coming out with this 2020 Dodge Challenger that I'm sure you don't want to miss out on.